on our first camp field trip, we went to Newark, New Jersey, and as usual, we took the train there. And while we were getting through, I think I made the remark, like, we shouldn't even have to be paying, the MTA should be free. And then Kenny said,
no, it shouldn't, not for everybody.
And then a bunch of people started kind of taking different sides about whether or not the MTA should be free or not.
It opened up a bunch of debates about public safety, about who deserves transportation, about whether transportation is a right. We ended up debating for the entire train ride back to camp, and I thought it would be really, really interesting to find out what people on the streets thought. Do you think that the MTA should be free?
Sure. You have to try new things, so maybe we try it, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work.
Yes, because I'm paying $2.90 for this, exactly. A lot of people depend on it, including me. Now I'm broke.
Yes, I think the transit in the city should be a basic human right.
Do you think that the MTA should be free?
No.
And why not?
Because you gotta pay for where you go, and nothing is free.
Yes, because they are needing to help everyday people.
No, somebody has to do the work, and you gotta pay the workers to do the work.
Yes, 100% free. Because why you pay almost $3 just to get in, and people getting tickets just for not paying the fare? That makes no sense to me.
Not really. I mean, they provide a service. Those of us that use it, we pay, we get something for what we pay for. It's like anything else. Really, nothing is really free. I mean, somebody's got to pay for it, right?
I've been in the transit business, I guess, for 50 years. I spent 33 of them with the New York City Transit. You're dealing with a massive political decision there. Even candidate Mandami is only talking about buses, not trains. I mean, one number to remember is that about 1/3 of the money that comes into the MTA is paid by people paying fares. The biggest question would go to policymakers and elected officials, as in, where do you come up with that 33%? There's one other complicating factor here. The MTA decided to go into debt to basically keep the money flowing. This is a decision that goes back 20 to 30 years, the Pataki administration. You also, if you do cut the fare to zero, there are something like 80% of the people who can afford to pay the fare. And so you're kind of like leaving that money on the table. I like the idea personally of having differences in fare based on income. In a perfect world, you might have several levels of payment that people can qualify for.
I really liked Larry Gold. I think it kind of just gives us a more nuanced approach to our question, which was originally, well, it is still, should the MTA be free? But he kind of gave us some alternatives about a tiered fare system.
I feel like that changed my mind a little bit about how or if the MTA should be free or not.
I think that's a pretty good middle ground. I like the that he gave us a realist perspective.
It should be a fair price instead of it being free. It does make sense.
I was actually very surprised finding out the MTA is in debt.
Well, the MTA being $50 billion in debt is outrageous.
That the fare account for 1/3 of the MTA's budget. I did not think that it would be that much.
It's going to be a very slow process on making the fares for the MTA free, but it doesn't seem like it's impossible.
My knowledge on the transportation system has grown, and my knowledge on the city has grown.
And I also just think it's really important to be questioning things that we take for granted in our lives, like transportation, and just ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions, because if we hadn't asked questions to people on the street and to him, we wouldn't have this project. And now I think all of us know so much more about the MTA than we did 2 weeks ago.
The strangest experience that you've ever had on the MTA?
I've had a lot. The reason why I don't take the one train is because 2 people have smoked crack next to me.
Maybe seeing somebody naked, butt cheeks on the seat, just there.
I'm on the A train, and it's a dude, he's in a suit that got bullet holes in it, and his hair was all crazy, and he had a wallet full of cash that he kept throwing at the ceiling. Every time he threw it at the ceiling, it would bounce back down, and he would catch it. And he was like screaming at himself.
I think I've seen just about everything. Naked people, people dying, people giving birth.
Strangest experience I've ever had on the train, I watched a woman Lysol her entire undercarriage.
I seen a pigeon get on for one stop, and then get off the next stop. Like, you could have just flew there, my.
The MTA!
'Cause I'm a native New Yorker.
No one opens the door.
Native New Yorker.
To most other people, it should be free, but not all. It should be free for me.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.